Tom here, FlipAnything USA. Today we're going to bird dog a pretty rough looking property. What I've got is this building you see behind me. It's adjacent to what used to be an old hotel behind me that's being refurbished, or I don't know. You can see back here where that truck is, there's a crew of guys that are ripping stuff out. Now this is a pretty rough property, but it's a great location. It's not exactly the kind of property I specialize in, but you can see, look at all this freeway behind me. All this freeway. And this is the building, which it's completely covered in tile. It looks like the roof is going to be pretty rough. You can see where my finger is here. I can already see it's degrading, falling apart on the edge there. A lot of bad signs here. I was here, this building had a security company in here a long time ago. And you can see down there, I kind of like the contour. I like the multi-levels. I don't know how practical it is. And I don't know how much parking there is here either. But this parking, I'm sure, does not belong to it. And then when you look down the property here, of course, look at here, we got a, probably a stolen BMW that's being stripped. pretty beat to hell here and being torn apart. I'm actually a little bit worried about my own truck. You can tell somebody's been sleeping in the bushes back here. There's a jug of orange juice. I went to take a look at the AC system. Bottles, beer bottles. In this AC, I went to close this, and it looks like it's kind of a shelter for some homeless or something. So right now they're asking like $1.4 million, I think, for this place. Well, this is a good sign. I guess this parking might be mine. Actually, it looks like this parking lot right here does go with this building. I'll know for sure when I see the survey, but that's a good sign. Now, I saw somebody coming up through here to cut through, so it looks like there's a shared access easement here. I'm not crazy about that at all. I'd rather fence this damn thing, just because I can see that there's a lot of undesirable type folks that have been in here and around here, living on the property. Obviously, it's tore to hell. It's gonna need a new roof for sure. This thing's a little over 12,000 square feet. And let's see if I don't get mugged as I go around here. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Let's take a look. Like I said, if I could fence this thing, I'd feel a lot better. Also, this property, I know that part of it's being taken away by eminent domain. So that sign may have to move. But anyways, it's got good presence, but it's kind of it's on the going home side of the road, which I like. This one probably really doesn't matter. I'm not exactly sure what kind of business I'd get in here or put in here, but I think it'd be a one-tenant operation. Maybe some sort of manufacturing, or maybe a software company could go in here. I could see, actually, I kind of like, this could be made up to look pretty cool. Again, I think this is the property line here, so I don't think any of this parking over here is what goes with it. And potentially they're widening this road here, so some of this is going to be taken away. And I see, actually, this is part of the water retention when they built this place. But of course, if they're taking it for the road, nobody's going to care. They'll just let it run into the road. I like the big sign. If the sign stays, that'll be great. Yeah, if the sign stays, it'll be great. But I think they're going to wipe out a big chunk of this here, so I'll have to see the survey and see exactly how much of this is being taken. If it takes out this parking, it may not be so bad. If that parking in the backs remains, again, you can get a better look at the building here. But I'm going to get inside here and I'm going to look at this in about 2 hours. I'll be inside with the real estate agent. But again, like I say, this is going to be $1 million plus for sure. But, you know, it's got some potential. Let's go walk around. Ay. Hoping I don't find a body. Jeez. What the heck that was? Yeah, I've already run into a wasp nest and got bit on the arm twice. Not good, pretty rough. Yeah, this is weird because it's like there's an entry here, but I don't think that property is it. So looks like that parking belongs to it, so that's good. So it's got some decent parking. I like this. Looks like we got 2 floors, but I like that it has a little warehouse. The ceilings are a little too low for my liking, but you know what? Not everything, not every warehouse needs to handle a forklift and that sort of thing. There's plenty of warehouses for small items and goods. I have a company like that myself that we sell a lot of stuff and things move, but they're not big things. So some companies can deal with low ceilings. Rougher than hell though. There's a lot of work to be done. And it looks like, yeah, it's hard to say. Hell, I'm looking into the building there. But you know what? It's all tore to hell. But see, what I like when I see something like this, I would never let a property of mine get this bad. Never. So, obviously, there's issues. There's issues with the ownership somehow. Somebody doesn't give a shit. Somebody doesn't give a shit. And that, of course, works for me as an investor. Because, you know, as long as they don't, and chances are they probably don't owe that much on it either, to be honest. Because if they did, they'd probably be more concerned with getting it filled up. So, again, I can tell that by looking at the roof is going to be terrible. Probably leaks like a sieve. So, new roof is going to be over 100 grand on this thing. And the parking lot is acceptable. This is not bad. You know, an AC is kind of scary. You don't even want to replace an AC like that because somebody will... Copper's so valuable now. The thieves are stealing motors. They're stealing coils. They're stealing all kinds of stuff. You know, just for what they can get for it for scrap. So I may opt to put ACs on top of the roof if I do buy this. Again, the fact that there's a hotel next to it, it looks like somebody bought it and they're redoing it, but it's pretty rough. Looks like they're tearing it out. You can see by the sign up there, the sign is just shredded. So, take one more look over here. So, like right now in my mind, there's, you know, it's going to take at least $150,000 just to make it presentable. And I'm talking about a new roof, because there's 100 grand. And then I'd just fence the damn thing and figure out where I could and can. Hopefully there's not some sort of pending easement, but if I can fight it, if there is an easement, I'll try to get rid of it, because I don't really want people to have that access, but it may be assured access. But either way, just see how the numbers come up and we'll figure it out. But anyhow, bird dogging, and I'm gonna meet the agent here in another couple hours, so maybe I'll get some more video of the insides later on. And you can see what's going on over here. Looks like they're tearing it out, throwing away mattresses and parts of beds and furniture. So hopefully it's going to be refurbished. All right, so I'm back on the property, meeting with the agent. We got keys that do not fit or work the lock, so we're not going to get in. Turns out nearly all of this property, everything you can see behind me, you can kind of see this. All that is going to be removed. In fact, pretty much you can see where these two trees, where this tree lines up with that tree, that's going to be a straight cut. And it's going to wipe out all this parking is going to be gone that you see here. All this will be gone. And then, in fact, all that's going to be left is about 2 parking spots that you see behind me. Now, what I see as an opportunity here, I can remove this 5-foot high retaining wall. I could probably they're going to tear this retaining wall out anyhow that you see here. That's up to the building, 13.5 feet. So all this could tear off, and if I've got at least 28 feet off that building, I can get away with getting some head-in parking. So it's not over with. There's room for some parking to be recaptured here. So get some parking in there. And so basically this property is going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's going to lose 15 parking spaces. So I know the owner's motivated, but my guess is this owner pretty much got paid for this building by the eminent domain taken. I've had property taken from me by eminent domain before. It's not very fun. I've been through court, spent a lot of money fighting, but it looks to me like it's pretty much shot here. Just concluded my visit with the agent on this property, and there's a major taking on this property, meaning eminent domain. The owner's obviously already sold off. He sold off, you know, whatever. They took a large chunk of his property, and he's been compensated for that. He's asking $1 million for way too much, I think. There's going to end up being like an overpass going over this property. Let's see if you can see this. See that overpass way over there? That's what they want to do here. It'll go right over the top of that sign that you see behind me. And so it's going to be kind of, I don't think it's going to be very good, because the access where you get into this property right now, you can see is right there. You can see it just above my mirror where that truck just went by. That's the access into this property. And now it's going to be like, anyhow, the access is going to be a little funkier. Plus, with this taking that's down here, there's going to be those you know, posts that support the overhead you know, overpass, which I would expect there's going to be homeless and everything else sleeping underneath it. So not ideal for the property, but that doesn't mean I'm not interested. I'm not interested in paying the price he's asking. So I've asked for a meeting with the owner, and they said, yeah, we'll see if we can arrange it. And I'll talk to him. I'll see if I can get some owner financing. I'll talk to him about, you know, just numbers and what he, you know, ask him. So I try to figure out what he got. Not that it matters that much, but bottom line, I'm going to say, man, I think the property's been devastated. I assume you've been, you know, compensated. And we'll just see where it goes. You know, I'm going to try to have a good, cordial conversation, and maybe we can make a deal. They've already softened up from what they were originally asking, and I'm kind of late to the game, but they were asking so much that people didn't want to make it happen. And anyways, it's just, you know, hey, there could be some money to be made. It's kind of funny because it's pretty nasty, really nasty all around the building, weeds around it, and, you know, it just, some pretty undesirable looking people running around here. And so we walked up these steps, and there's a little gal, the agent that met me here, and I walk up the steps and I go, oh God, there's a body, and acted kind of scared, and she just went, and she just freaked out for a second. But anyways, it was pretty funny. She says, you gotta be kidding. And I go, yeah, I am kidding. And she was just like, she thought it was funny, but she had to calm down a second. But anyways, so having fun today. You know, maybe this will be something, you know, 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work out, but that's why you keep trying. You just want to keep knocking down, you know, once you get past 9, then maybe number 10's going to be it, you know, or maybe sometimes number 1's going to be it, and the 9 after that are going to be failures. I've had it go both ways. So that's it. Flip Anything USA. I'll keep you posted on this, see what happens. I may have to hold off or hide some details on this. I don't want any competition that might find me locally on this. So but that's what's going on, and we'll see how it turns out. Flip Anything USA, please share, subscribe. If you're new, I'm just kind of sharing my lifestyle of being an investor in real estate and showing people how I do it, and how I've been doing it for over 35 years. And so that's it. FlipAnything USA. Tom, thank you.